Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Spider-Man draft here on the channel. We're playing on Arena, so it's going to be the Through the Omenpaths versions of the cards. But before I dive in, I want to give a huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for the preview account, or giving my account preview access for free, so I could get this recorded for you early. Let's dive on in. It's pick 2 draft, which is why it's only 4 players in the pod, so we're going to have to work fast. Our rare is Kraza, the Swarm is 1, so really good for spiders. Can also just be a 2-mana 3/2 because that's what Riot means. So pretty solid card. There's also Krobel, Envoy of the Bog, which is a card I really like. I've been hoping to get to try it, so we will probably be taking this one. In paper, this is Spider-Man Noir, so in the Spider-Verse, it's voiced by Nick Cage, which is kind of fun. So we're going to be taking Krobel. Our follow-up pick, because we get 2 picks in the pack, is probably either going to be Kazuo, Ruthless Rival, so big top-end red card, or just the Kraza, the Swarm is 1. I think I would rather have Kraza, and the reason for that is I think red-black is a pretty good deck. I'm already taking a different spider, and a 2-mana 3/2 is just a good card, so I think that's the logic there. 6 drops are a little bit more replaceable. There is generally 2 approaches you can do for like a pick 2 draft, is like the objectively best 2 cards, so I think these are the 2 best cards in the pack, probably. If we remove Kuminosu, which is a very narrow card, only fits into the blue-white deck, but is very good there. So that is a consideration. But I think these cards have decent synergy, decent power level together. We could also just take like Kazuo and Kraza and then just like stick to 1 color. But I think I'd rather just get 2 cards, be a little bit split on my options. And now we see, interesting. We could go, again, pick 2 is an interesting format. I think the Clutter Cluster is a really strong card. And I think Deathflame Burst is a really strong card. The cards that like kind of go with Krobel and Kraza, maybe like Wekdu and Deathflame Burst would be the best bets there. But there's also a Perilous Lunge. So red-green might be open. Like most of these cards are red and green. We don't really know because the person passing to us took a rare and like a common or something like that. So hard to say. I think I'm going to take the Clutter Cluster and the Deathflame Burst though. Dips a little into green. It's not full green because I'm not taking the Perilous Lunge. The Clutter Cluster does play pretty well with Kraza because other spiders have Riot, so all these ones will enter a little bit bigger maybe if I have them both in play. Deathflame Burst plays well if I play red-black, so it's kind of like a speculative pick and a pick that kind of stays the course a little bit. So I think finding the open colors is really important. Okay, so it's looking like red-black could be a good home because we see Scorpion Sting pick 3, and that's a pretty strong card. There is also Favored Fighter, which I like, but I don't know if it's viewed as highly by everyone else. And then there's also a Tearlay, so maybe black is open. So I'm going to take Scorpion Sting, and I think Wisecrack as a kill spell. There is also this card, but this is a fine, like 3-drop. I'm trying to hover over the cards as much as possible, but it's really hard because you get such a limited timer to make 2 picks, so you have to hover over the cards and talk about them a little faster. Red-black land would be good, but we're not even sure we're playing red-black. We're just kind of getting closer and closer to making our choice. And I think getting Wekdu here is pretty good for us. So we made 1 speculative pick on the Clutter Cluster in the second pack, but other than that, we've been pretty much red-black all the way, and it's been working out decently, I think. We might need to do another speculative pick here on a green card with the Arachnologist, just because I don't love either of these 2-drops for red, and I think it could be okay to speculate a little bit longer. Okay, Calladia Brawlers could be a decent way to enable our discard stuff. I don't think it's very good, though. Let's just take these 2 cards. And we get Miasmic Mist and Eerie Gravestone, maybe? Steel Web's not the best. Another Eerie Gravestone. Okay. The Gravestone's not particularly great either. Okay. So this card's really strong, but it would require a splash because white-black is not a supported color combo. So we could speculate on that. We could also just take Remorseless Coup as a kill spell. That's almost guaranteed to be a pick for us. And then other than that, we could take Common Crook. We could take Shock. We could take the Splicer. I think this is better splash in a blue-black deck. Our deck that's red-black is probably going to be more focused on like discarding stuff, getting value, that type of thing. We might not care as much about getting white mana into the deck. We don't really want to play a Steel Web Surveyor. So I think we'll just take Common Crook or Shock. Let's take the Shock. Let's just take 2 kill spells. Kill spells are in high demand. And then we're not going to wheel anything from this pack, unfortunately. Maybe we might wheel the Leonin, but I don't think we're really that excited about Leonin in this deck. It's a villain for some of our cards, but yeah. So we've got a pretty good suite of removal. Wow. So we do need to get more 2-drops. So I think getting Galvanized Workforce makes a lot of sense here. And then Kazuo is a top-end card. Kind of an easy double pick here. The other cards aren't great options for us. This card's really good in a defensive black deck because Death Touch is super good on defense. It's still okay in our deck, but we kind of have the 3-drop slot locked down. I'm trying to move the removal spells to their own pile. We have some room, but we'll probably wheel some of those. Our removal spells are pretty reasonable. We've got a lot of kill spells. We kind of want to make sure we get enough value. We might play some Eerie Gravestones. But getting a couple of nice creatures is pretty good. This card's really strong. Really, really strong. But green-white is so far away from what we're doing. Let's just hope we can get some more stuff here. Rendezvous is more of a supplement card. Another Kazuo. Ooh. I really like getting Wekdu's, because Wekdu's make Romantic Rendezvous better. And then Kazuo number 2. We're definitely taking the Wekdu. This card makes our other villains get flying. How many villains do we have right now? 3. Giving them flying is pretty decent. I mean, a lot of them already have flying, though. Maybe we take that. Let's just get another Kazuo, another top-end card. Boom. I think our deck is open. We're getting Wekdu's, we're getting Shocks. Romantic Rendezvous gets way better when you have Wekdu in the deck. This card's super strong. Buffs your spiders up. Not really where we're at right now, but we're making some progress. We're getting some stuff going. This thing is a surveil thing. It's not a discard outlet. We do want to make sure we get enough creatures. Hopefully we can wheel a Romantic Rendezvous. Maybe play that. Okay, we'll just take the colorless options past everything else. These aren't the greatest, though. Our creature count's a bit low. Ooh, cool. We got the Rendezvous back. We'll just snag the land. And we did wheel this thing. Perfect. I did want this card. Beautiful. So we get a couple of really good cards for our deck. So we get a new Nsumi. So really good card that rewards us for discarding things. And then Bayo. I wonder if we get greedy and try to wheel the new Nsumi. I don't think so. Because, like, Deathflame Burst is good, but we already have tons of removal. I wonder if it's correct, though. How many other red... Do we think there's another red-black drafter at the table that can use this card? I mean, there's some good stuff here. We could wheel Wekdu. Or Waydu. Discard a card, then draw a card for each card we discarded this turn. We're definitely taking this card. This card's pretty strong. Just a huge amount of mana does just crushes him. Yeah, let's just take the guy for our deck. Let's not get too fancy. Okay, we're going to take the land here probably. And the 2-drop, I think. We wheeled this thing last time. I think we can wheel it again. We're not trying to splash. This card's pretty solid, actually. Maybe we take this thing. Yeah, I think we're going to pass on the land. Take 2-2-drops for our deck. We have a couple 6-drops. We have plenty to do with our mana. We don't have enough 2-drops right now. This is maybe our last chance to get some 2-drops. Yep, makes sense. Nice. Destroy a creature. And we get a nice little kind of double value for us. So each creature attacks. Not great. This is not a great rare, but this is a good one. We kill everything, and then we can discard cards or make them lose life. Discarding could be beneficial for us. This card's okay, but I think we'd rather have Lava-Born Goblins. If we can discard this thing and play it, we get some good value. Kind of a miss for us. Sure. I don't think we want to play either of these. Wow, we wield Death Flame Burst. That's pretty awesome. We don't have quite enough discard outlets, but I'm glad we took all the 2-drops we did, because we definitely need them. We have a few discard outlets. Not as many as I'd like. So I don't think we'll play Miasmic Mist. And I don't think we'll play the Leonin. If I discarded it this turn. This is just another top end guy that gives my other villains flying. Bum, ba, bum. I have some villains, but I think they all have flying anyway, pretty much. I mean, a 4/6 flyer is not the end of the world, but I have Kazuos at the top. We could play this. Don't love that. This deck seems okay. Decent removal. The Romantic Rendezvous are pretty good. I don't want to play Eerie Gravestone, I don't think. It's decent value, but I don't have that many creatures. 14. Maybe we cut one Wekdu, because it is legendary. Yeah, let's do that. My colors are pretty balanced. More red, though. Maybe like this, especially because I have a double red 3-drop. Yeah, this seems okay. We'll see how this feels, and we'll get into battling. I mean, yeah. I'm excited to try it out. This is such a quick draft format, but yeah, in just terms of how long a pick 2 drafts take to do. Before we get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people supporting my content at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas and my mission to make draft more accessible for everyone with my guides, draft videos, and sheets. And then I want to give a special shout out to those who support at the credits level. It makes a huge difference. And as a patron, you gain access to some cool rewards like being in the credits or my card by card tier list, things like that. Anyway, boom. Bob's our uncle. Pretty good hand here. The House Grows Hungry is pretty good with our Death Flame Burst, potentially. Not having double red here is a little annoying for our Bayo. We'd love to just get this into play. Okay, Carlo's got to die. Because getting them unlimited connives seems bad to me. My Romantic Rendezvous cards are actually pretty good, I think, in this deck. I might have even played a third one if I got one. I probably could have taken a third one. I just didn't anticipate wanting them that badly. I'll decline. Imagine if I had Wekdu there. Take that, opponent. Sure. We'll just play our cards out. I assume they have infinite removal in their hand because they haven't played a single creature. If they do play a creature, though, this goes really well for us. So we discard our Death Flame Burst. Sure. I don't think Mob Lookout's very good. I would try to avoid playing that card. Sure. We're going to play this. Get our 5/5 into play. Then we can play Crobel. Attack alone. This card's pretty solid at the top end. I'm liking it. I forget what the version is for Paper Spider-Man. Oh, they have Crobble. Sure. I'll kill Crobble. They clearly don't have a kill spell, or they didn't want to use one if they did. Getting this into play is going to ping them a couple times, which is pretty reasonable. Vexed bots, sure. Sure. Let's actually do this. Ping them, and then we get to attack. Do I want this? I don't really want a random 2-drop now. Saving the land to discard to the new Insumi at some point. Sure. I know I don't get the Crowbull trigger, but I think this is way better anyway. Getting the damage in. Ping them down. Pretty much anything's lethal now. I think we got him. Good game. Let's go. On the board. These games can go really quick. Like, I don't know what the entry fee is for these events on Arena, but the draft takes half as long because you take 2 cards at a time, and I don't think they adjust the timers, which might need to be shifted because it does take more time to read through cards, evaluating them for how you want to make 2 picks, I think. Especially as the packs go down, because normally you don't need that much time. But if you're new to the set and you're trying to just read all the cards, I guess you get to maybe read them the first time through, but yeah. It's tricky a little bit. But, ooh, another good hand. I like it. I'm hoping to find more of my... I have a decent number of Mayhem cards, so I'm hoping to find more of those. There's one. We'll play the Wardens. We'll discard our Wekdu. Or is it just Waydu? No, it's Wekdu. Okay, sure. I think I might just trade with the Wekdu if this thing attacks me. I don't think this card's very good because it starts so small. I think this card's quite good because when you discard her value, it's insane. It's interesting finding the right balance, though. The cool thing about this card is I can play my guy, it'll untap, and then I can hit them with it, so that's pretty good. And I have multiple Wekdus. Wow, they're getting rid of that card. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay. Normally I wouldn't play pre-combat, but I want to attack, so you do what you gotta do. It's a pretty good combo. I'm gonna ditch a Kazuo. I don't think I need both. They're legendary. I might not hit a land drop for a while. They might kill my Leyline Weaver. I have plenty of good cards to draw anyway. Okay, they have another one. Interesting. Now I just get to dumpster them with Kazuo. Like, oh my gosh, this is an absolute beating here. Kazuo, and then I attack them with everything. Ooh, nice. Nice. That's cool. They have to control a creature, though, so they control this thing, they make a copy of it or whatever. You chose poorly. It untaps, of course. Kazuo is looking real good. Oh my gosh. And Bayo's also looking real good here, because like I play it, and then it's going to deal a bunch of damage to them no matter what happens. I can just float the red mana. As steps and phases end. Oh, I guess I'll lose it at the end of my turn still. Right? No. As end step. You don't lose unspent red mana. I guess we'll test it. Yep. Oh, they are in trouble if that's how it's going. Like, they just used their kill spell that maybe could have killed Bayo. Now they're taking 3 down to 4. This is 2. Oh, I don't lose it. Okay, that's what I thought. That's how I thought it worked. Sure. So they can't win now? I'm interested to see how they could possibly get out of this. Okay, sure. Boom. Got the job done. Nice. Huge. I love it. I did have fun in that match. My deck is cruising. I like it. I think I'm going to keep it as is, and then if I lose a game, I'll look at the deck list again and see if we want to make any changes. But so far, it's looking like we have a pretty good blend of cards. We haven't gotten to do too much Mayhem stuff, but like even doing it once or twice is pretty good. We have so many Mayhem in it. I feel like we're playing every discard outlet we've drafted, and we have a lot of Mayhem cards, and that's kind of a nice place to be in. I'm liking it. It feels like removal spells are a good place to be. They help you stay in decent shape against opponent. Web slinging against you, or in webbing, which is when you like return tap creatures. So if you just kill their creatures, they can't in web. Red has a ton of good removal. The Kazuo at the top end. What's it called in... It's a random villain, I think. Oh, it's Shock Guy. Oh, Mr. Metronome, my old foe. Always a fan of his. Okay, we can keep this. If we don't draw a swamp, we won't get to really maximize the Wekdu, but that's how it goes sometimes. I think we'll just be patient, though. You don't want to do this till later turn anyway. And Bayo can really start taking over if we... Blue-green! Oh, what you up to? What are you up to, Ben? Okay, we'll play our Bayo. So, blue-green can't take this down very easily. Banishing Light could take it down with white. Oh. That's a little scary. Good thing we drew our Scorpion's Sting to answer that. Yeah, we drew our swamp, and now we have kind of everything unlocked. We're gonna get to do our Wekdu thing next turn, and we're just dealing like stacking red mana. Let's just kill that so they can't use any spider web in web cards while their stuff is tapped. Yep, okay. That's pretty awesome. I feel like we are kind of crushing. Bayo is so sick. Yep, the Tunnel Web Explorer. Yep. I messed up slightly. I should have tapped my black mana. Yep, I like Favorite Fighter. Whoa, another one of those. That's pretty cute. Decline. So they don't have any flyers. Boom! That was awesome. Very cool. What'd they discard? Oh, Robotics Mastery. Nice! Our deck is cruising. We're undefeated. We could have an undefeated run here. And it's very quick. I mean, it's kind of fun to play quick games, but at the same time, it's like you're used to a draft taking like an hour or whatever. I mean, the draft portion took like 12 minutes. We've been kind of winning quick and easy. I mean, that game was lucky. We drew Scorpion Sting on the key turn. But we have so many removal spells. We could have also drawn our Death Flame. I feel like, yeah. I think cutting one of the Wekdus was smart, because we don't have as many discard outlets. We're definitely more of a heavy on the Mayhem cards, but that's probably better anyway. Okay, this is a good hand. So 2 mana, 3/2, just starting things off is pretty nice. We don't have any discard outlets right now, but if we find them, we'll be good. We keep. This is a discard outlet, I guess, but we don't necessarily want to save it for that long, but we could. Let's just get this down with a +1/+1 counter. That's going to be better than playing Merciless Enforcers at this point in the game. Okay, sure. They get their second color online. Let's just save our Wektu. No need to get greedy. This game could last a while, and getting every bit of value could be nice. Green-white. I think removal's really good against green-white. The removal spells help with them enable their web slinging. I mean, vehicles help them enable their web slinging because you can tap your guy. This is Subway Car in the Spider-Man version. Kind of cool. There's all these... Well, not spiders exactly, but you get the sense of, like, layer and whatever. Oh, if they attack, I'm blocking 100%. So definitely attack first. Then we kill this thing, I think. Actually, no, we can just play this guy. This guy can block Janai and Hoppy. And now they have to have a kill spell and then also be able to use their own web thing. And getting Bayo down, as we've seen, can be really good. This card is Electro or something in the paper version. It's a really good card. I almost put this in my top rares too. Okay, sure. Sure. Let's keep adding the pressure. Mothwing Shroud, okay. Do they get rid of Bayo or the Career Criminals? Probably the Career Criminals, I think. But Bayo's super good, so it's tough to say. Like, they might not be able to beat Bayo is the thing, because their life total's lower than mine. They don't have good answers to flyers. I respect it, honestly. That's like a tough choice to have to make. I'll deal 0 to you. Okay, Shock is super good. That's a good draw too. Yep. Yep, they get a 1/1. Definitely playing this. Scorpion stinging their 3/3. I just like doing it when they're tapped out. There are some combat tricks they could have. Oh, they had another one. That makes sense. The street sweeper's driving by. I'm gonna shock their Janai and Hoppy now. I know they get another 1/1, but my stuff is flying anyway. And this way I can play Krobel. Attack with I think a surveyor 2 damage. Put a counter on it. Okay, yeah. So the counter's better than the because I get to do 1 less damage, but I also get a surveil. Okay, that's definitely staying on top. Especially because it'll draw me an extra card next turn. Okay, yep. This is pretty awesome. Lava-born goblins doing some cool work here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure, they'll tap Nu and Sumi, I guess. That's fine. I don't want to discard any of my cards anyway. Definitely attacking with everything. Okay, they go. Wow. Yep, they're dead. I figured they'd block like this. But now Shock kills them. And there we go. Boom! Undefeated. A very clean run, honestly. We kind of crushed everybody. That was awesome. Wow, that deck was powerful. That was really something, wasn't it? Just so much removal, a little bit of value from the Mayhem stuff, and 4-0. Beautiful deck. Thanks again to Wizards for letting me into this event for free so I could get this recorded early. Bayo was fantastic. Kazuo was great. Our Legends did some serious work. Our Curve was good, and the Mayhem stuff was awesome. So if you made this to the end of the video, leave hashtag Mayhem Wins in the comment section down below to let me know you made it all the way till the end. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.